This is my 2025 reading wrap up. I read 29 books, so not too many, so we're going to try to make this as quick as possible. The first book, I started 2025 with a bang, Redeeming Six, part of the Boys of Tommen series. If you know, you know, I am obsessed. If you have not read the Boys of Tommen series, read the trigger warnings, but if they seem okay, then definitely indulge. This book was a 5 stars. I was literally at work. I was a breakfast chef. I was flipping pancakes, and I was just crying, sobbing, reading this book. This book is chef's kiss. Rating 5 stars. Right after Redeeming Six, I jumped into Taming Seven, where we got Gibsie's story. Gibsie is my favorite character in the Boys of Tommen. I gave this book 5 stars. This year, I am going to try to be a little bit more judgmental when it comes to my ratings. I feel like last year and every other year before that, I'm like, if it made me smile once, I'm like, 4 stars, you know? I feel like I'm a pretty easy judge when it comes to ranking a book, but this year, I kind of want to be a little bit more of a harsh reader. Book number 3, 1,000 Boy Wishes. No, 1,000 Boy Kisses. Yeah. I gave that book a 3 stars. I listened to the audiobook, and honestly, I think it was the accents that threw it off for me. I think it was a good book, but I think the accents. It wasn't the author's fault. It wasn't the audiobook's person's fault either. It was no one's fault. But 3 stars. I'm gonna go with the Hunger Games series. Let's go with the first 3. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay. All of them got 5 stars. This is like the only book and movie adaptation, maybe The Notebook, maybe The Housemaid, okay, and Harry Potter. Hunger Games is only one of the few where I equally think the book and the movie are stellar, just the bee's knees. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was, I feel like I don't really like Coriolanus, so, I don't know. But it was interesting. It was interesting. After that, we jumped into Haymitch's story, Sunrise on the Reaping. I gave it a 4 stars out of 5. I am so excited for the movie. November cannot come quick enough. Quicksilver is up next. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm telling you guys, I am not a harsh judge. I think that you should read it. I think it's a good book. It made me smile. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Oh, and also, a little spoiler, I just read Brimstone not too long ago. Kaidan, is that his name? Bro, it's always Kingfisher. I'm not doing it. Lightlark, that was a good book. I gave it a 3.75 stars. I wish that you could do point ratings on Goodreads. Like, can they make that a thing? Because it wasn't a 4, but it wasn't a 3. It was like a 3.75. I just need Goodreads to have that point rating, you know? Crown of Midnight, 4 out of 5 stars. I could not get into the first half. Let's see how long this book took me to read. Yeah, I literally was reading this book for 5 months. I just couldn't get into it. I never wanted to pick it up. But once I got to that second half, I was like, this is kind of good. I kind of started to know what people were talking about. Nightbane, it is after the first Lightlark book. I gave that a 5 stars. I don't remember one thing about this book. I seriously read a book, rate it 5 stars, and then I never think about it again. No idea. Like, I kind of know what the book was about. I'm going to have to know because I'm going to have to read Crown Tide this year. I don't know. Releasing 10, 5 stars, 10 stars, 20 stars. That book was so sad. Lizzie Young's story. I'm sick. That was so sad. I need book number 2 right now. Chloe, whenever you're ready, if you need an ARC reader, I'm here. Shield of Sparrows, 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I don't know. I think she's coming out with another book after this one. Either way, she has to be. She has to be coming out with another book after that one. I just remembered the ending. It was a cliffhanger. I need book number 2 right now. The Last Letter. Rebecca Yarros is such a talented writer. From going from Fourth Wing to The Last Letter, doing those different genres like that, she is so good. 5 stars. Not gonna lie, I seen a spoiler of the ending, so I didn't cry as hard as I should have. I didn't cry at all. But also, I read that book, I think I was reading for 8 hours straight that day, so by the end of the day, my brain was fried. Very sad, very good. Get your tissues. It's a win for me. I was so honored to be a beta reader for Clarissa May. This was her debut novel. Honestly, I would think that she wrote 10 books before. Such a good book. I think that she did such a fabulous job. The Assassin's Blade. What did I rate this one? I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. When I finished The Assassin's Blade, since I didn't read it first, I already knew what was coming. I already knew a main spoiler. And in my heart, when I finished that book, I was so mad that I read it third instead of first. I was like, what was the point of that? I was lied to. Everybody on Book Talk, on YouTube, on Instagram, everybody lied to me. Looking back after reading Heir of Fire, I was like, that was actually a pretty good transition, so I'll allow it. But in the moment before I read Heir of Fire, I gotta say I was a little upset, but I'll allow it. The Caraval series, I gave Caraval 4 stars, Legendary 3 stars, Finale 4 stars. So 2 of them were 4 out of 5 stars. The middle one was 3 stars. Series was honestly really good. I think I read it all pretty quickly. Yeah, I read all 3 of them in October. It was a good series, but not as good as Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is next. Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So we have Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, A Curse for True Love. Book number 1, book number 3 got 4 stars. Second book, The Ballad of Never After, 5 stars. Atomic Habits, 5 stars. It's a self-help book. It wasn't cringy. It was honestly just really helpful. I feel like I actually do apply things from that book to my life now. And it's like, wow, that book actually changed my life a little bit. Sky Shade. It was the 3rd book in the Lightlark series. I gave it 2 stars. Forgot what happened in book 1 and 2. That's on me. That's not on the author. That's on me. I had no idea what was going on. But I'm going to read Crown Tide still. I better read it quick before I completely forget what happened in book 3 and give it like 1 star. Brimstone, After Quicksilver, 3 stars. Not calling him Kaidan. I already said it once. It's not gonna happen. I think I also forgot a little bit of Quicksilver. A lot of this things is not on the author. Like, they have a good... Oh, no. Actually, this one was a little bit on the author. Sorry, Callie. A little bit on you. There's just a lot going on. It was just a lot. There was just like so much going on. A lot of plots to follow. Usually, I'm not a reader that likes to be told every single thing. Like, I like to bridge the gaps. But baby, there was a lot of bridges. The Secret, it's like a manifestation book, 5 stars. Changed my life. Super easy read. It makes you feel like you can do anything in the world that you want to do. Last read of 2025 was so good. Heir of Fire, 4 out of 5 stars. I am waiting for one of her books to really knock off my socks for that 5-star rating. Heir of Fire was actually really, really good. I have Queen of Shadows next to my bed. I'm going to be reading that one soon. Just realized, I didn't watch this back at all yet, but I just realized I said so good for maybe every single review, so that's great. Maybe I should read the dictionary and get some new vocabulary. What was your favorite read of 2025? And if you guys don't already know, I'm reading your recommendations for January, so I'm working through that right now. I'm on the 3rd book. I'm gonna try to squeeze 1 or 2 more in. I'll see you next time.